Hey, today we're going to Denver. There'll be a Continental Divide crossing and a bunch of cool stuff. Hang with us. It's a spectacular day in the Rockies today. The sun is out. It's just clear as can be. Beautiful. And that's the problem. Normally, during this time of year, it would be snowing and they would be getting ready for ski season. Not happening right now. Ultimately, the snow will come. It does every year. But this year it looks like it's going to be late. So we'll keep you posted. Bye. The Eisenhower Tunnel. Actually, this is the Johnson Tunnel. The Eisenhower is on the westbound side. When I was a kid, it was just a major engineering feat. It took several years to bore a hole through this mountain. This prevented people from having to go over treacherous Loveland Pass. So, we're continuing on our route to Denver, and we'll keep you posted. Driving east on I-70, if you can manage to make the top of the pass coming out of Silverthorne, it's almost all downhill after that. There is one little section that goes up after Idaho Springs, but beyond that, it's a coast, and I mean a coast. It's very steep, and you can almost take your foot off the gas, not quite, depending on how you want to get there. So, you can imagine that doesn't really make a lot of difference when in dry conditions, but when it's snowing, it's a lot easier just to take your foot off and let the car do what it wants to do, instead of having to do this terrible climb up. And of course, when you come westbound, it's exactly the opposite. Trying to climb up this hill is really a challenge in snow conditions, and I have found if it's really snowing heavily up here, often you're better off to wait until they clear the highway, and that's usually the next day. By the way, for those who don't know it, we have in Colorado a new law called traction law. And what that means is you have to have chains or adequate snow tires as a passenger vehicle. And if you don't, then you're very likely to get a nasty little ticket from the state patrol. And they do ticket. They sit at the bottom of the pass near Silverthorne and hand out tickets. And of course, if you get stuck, you're bound to get a ticket. So, if it's snowing up here, word to the wise, you might want to just get a motel room or hang for a day in Denver and let the snow plows clear. And you'll be surprised as well at how well they clear the highway in one day. One day it's completely white out, and you think the whole world's going to end up here. And then the next day, they have a highway clear. Well, we're getting close to Georgetown, a spectacular city of its own right. And then next is Idaho Springs. There are a few little towns between, and then we'll go to Denver. So the trip to Denver was uneventful. but I sure remember some tough trips during some whiteout conditions. I remember one time up on I-70 in which the only way I knew I was on the road was that I could see the guardrail, but I couldn't see the lane or anything else. It can really get sketchy up there. So always check the weather is the advice, and I always do before I make any trip from Silverthorne to Denver, Colorado. So I had a great time at the spiritual group. It was a lot of fun, a lot of fellowship, and that's kind of what life is all about, is getting to know the communities that we touch as we pass through life. So it was really cool. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. If you have some comments, I'd love to hear your comments. I always learn from you. All of you have a lot of great ideas. Even if it's negative, I don't have to have somebody praise me for everything I do. If there's something I could do better, I'd always like to learn what that is. And of course, if you don't want to miss any more of our exciting videos, be sure to subscribe. Okay, this is Tim Painter signing out. Bye.